Hey, what's up guys? All right, this video, this might end up being a little bit raw. Oh, look, you got a dancer. What's up? Oh, look at those moves. Look at those moves. Love it. All right, I'm in Ozamis in Mindanao and just here for a few days making some videos. This video is gonna be all about finding a Filipina in the province. I know it's a very popular idea for a lot of foreigners. Of course, just meeting a Filipina in general, but I would imagine most of you guys have considered the thought of meeting a Filipina who lives in the province. And it's very different. It's very different than when you show up, and if you're in Manila, if you're in Cebu City, it's very different here in a place like Ozamis. So that's what I'm going to talk about, guys. Before I get started, I want to mention the partner of this video. For those of you guys that are interested in meeting a province Filipina online, Christian Filipina is all about that. They are all about matching genuine people together. So it's a good option if you're at a stage where you're really serious about meeting someone for long-term relationship, marriage, that kind of thing. It's definitely different than like just hopping on one of those popular dating apps when you arrive in the Philippines. And when I get into this video, I'm going to explain some of the things that you really need to consider if you want to meet a province Filipina, and meeting them online before you come here, as you'll see when I explain it, is actually a huge benefit in a lot of ways. So Christian Filipina can be a perfect option for you to meet someone and get chatting with someone. And then when you do come to the Philippines, you will have that person here waiting for you. And then when you come into this province town where they don't see a lot of foreigners, you have a purpose to be here. The last girl I was with, I met on there actually. And before that, I also connected with someone on that site who I visited. I don't talk about this on my channel. Guys, if I'm not like getting super serious, getting close to marriage, that kind of thing, I'm not gonna bring it onto my channel. But yeah, of course, I'm dating, and that is the avenue that I've taken. And I've met some really great people on that site. So what's up guys? There's a link in the description. Check them out, see if it's a good fit for you. And if you guys decide to give it a go, I wish you good luck. I hope you find someone amazing, and I hope you have a happy ever after life with a beautiful Filipina. I'm about to get hit. You're very welcome here in the province, but there's also a sense of curiosity of like, what are you doing here? And I don't mean that in a like an unfriendly way, but most foreigners that are here in the province, like those that live here, they're all married. They're all here for their girlfriend and wife. When you come into the province, if you have that person waiting for you here, it's a completely different experience. Now you can come boots on the ground and just walk around. It is over the top friendly, guys. People are very approachable. It's nothing but smiles. You're gonna have that foreigner effect, right? When you're walking around, you're gonna get a lot of attention. If you saw my recent video, you can see that. However, it's a bit of a slow process if you're approaching and wanting to meet someone that is here living in the province. What's up guys? How you doing? Oh, look at that. Yeah. All right, guys. Are you just coming home from school?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're from the Sami City.
Yeah.
I'm from Parangan, Dumao.
Awesome. Well, good to meet you guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Take it easy. Have a good one.
Shout out to my family.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just crazy friendly here. The kids are friendly. The adults are friendly. The Filipinas are friendly. So let me get back to that point. Like very friendly and very approachable. Very sweet. Unlike back home, the feeling of walking up to someone and talking to them, you'll never know if they're not interested in you, and that sounds kind of weird. It's because the nature of Filipinos and Filipinas, very sweet, very friendly. But the good thing about that is that energy, like that sort of attitude, puts you at ease. So for guys that are not that comfortable, you know, walking up to a girl in a grocery store back home, it's that much easier here because of the automatic, the curiosity about you. They're looking at you, they're smiling, they're giving you that attention that makes guys feel good about themselves and builds their confidence up to go and talk and have a fun conversation with anyone. It's best if you just talk to everybody. don't come here and just like target girls and just go up to them. Just be nice and cool with everyone. Everyone's watching. Everyone pays attention in the province. There's a lot of gossip in the province. And so you're going to want to really be concerned about your reputation and how you come across. And that brings me to this. If you do come to the province to meet a Filipina that you've already met, or if you meet someone here, just boots on the ground, once you start to see someone, like, and let's say you're going out and you're dating, and people see you out and about together, you can imagine how that might seem if you decide you want to meet someone else and that doesn't work out, and now you're at the market again talking to another Filipina that's working there. I think it's pretty obvious how that might look and how that could create a lot of challenges and kind of ruin a reputation of being a guy that's just looking to date all the girls here. That's why if you're just nice and friendly with everyone, that sort of friends first approach, then you can get to know people without committing to anyone. And then if someone really stands out to you, you can focus on that person. Let's jump back to meeting online. I'll talk about why that's a really big advantage for you to be able to do that. There is a period that you have to go through with most province Filipinas, and it doesn't necessarily matter how old they are. Culturally, things are very different here, more conservative, more shy, a huge amount of curiosity, a huge amount of interest. You're gonna notice that right away. But also with that, there's that shyness, there's that reluctance, there's the conservative, the family might be very strict. Even a girl who's older, if she's single and lives at home, her family might be very strict, and you have to go through a very slow process before she might have the freedom to just hang out and go out and do things, right? Very different than back home, where we just date. We just, hey, let's meet for happy hour, let's have a beer. It's not like that, especially in the province. That's a very unique aspect of the Philippines. But you have an opportunity to meet extremely genuine, wholesome girls here that are not exposed to some of the things that I guess some Filipinas do get exposed to if they go and live in the city. Which doesn't mean girls in the city are bad, but I think you know what I'm getting at. You get exposed to more dating opportunities for them. Lots of foreigners, they're on their dating apps too. They meet other girls that are there living in the city, and they get influenced by them. A lot of influences when you're in the city, where here they're not exposed to a lot of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity if you approach it the right way, if you really take your time and you have patience. It's not the thing where you can just show up for a few days, wander around, and just find an amazing girl and start a relationship. Not at all. That is definitely not the way it works here in the province. You need time. You have the option to either come here, meet someone, get Facebook, start chatting, go back to Cebu, go back to wherever, go back home, or you stay here for a while and you slowly get to know them while you're actually here in the province. Or again, you meet them online, then you have that comfort of your own home, chatting with someone, building up some rapport, building some trust. Filipinas here in the province, they have no problem with an LDR. It's very common here, and a lot of them are very comfortable with it. And it goes hand in hand with the culture of slowly getting to know someone. It gives a little bit of that barrier of comfort. They're in the comfort of their own home, they're living with their family, they know where you are, they can slowly get to know you, eventually get to video calls. Not everyone wants to do that, but it's actually a very good way to meet a province Filipina, is to go the online route. And of course, then you have to be very careful and you have to take your time making sure you meet the right one and you make sure there's no red flags. And that's a whole other topic, and I've talked about it in a lot of videos, but I think with the right approach, you can definitely do that. In fact, I think in the end, you're gonna have a lot of options, a lot of good options, where you can start to narrow that down to someone that you really wanna focus on. It takes time and it takes the right approach to be able to do that online. And I know I'm partnered with Christian Filipina, but just to be honest with you, that is the site that I use, and I notice a huge difference compared to just the quick dating apps, just the swipe. The kind of matches that you get there are, on average, very different. That is a way that you can go, and a lot of guys do that, but it's different. It's a little bit more quick dating. Christian Filipina is a little bit more slow, take your time, meet someone for a serious relationship. That's the purpose of their service, and that's the experience that I've had on there. Hi. Oh, the kids are so cute. The kids are so curious. There's like this look of like shock. It's like, oh my God, what's he doing? Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of far away. It's great. It's really, really great coming into the province. I think me shooting video, so it's like I'm a foreigner, I got a camera, I'm vlogging. They love vloggers here. They love videos. They love to make their own videos, TikTok and everything else. So it's really, really cool experience. But this is what I wanted to say. When you come to the province to meet a Filipina, there is another level of like seriousness and commitment. If you're coming to the province to meet a girl that you've been chatting with online, the level of like how committed she is to have you come here and to introduce you to the family and things like that, it's a serious thing here, and it's a traditional thing, it's a cultural thing. Family is everything. Not just that, the community, you know, to be seen with you and to be out doing things together, that means a lot. So I guess the point with that is you have to be careful with that, with what you're getting into, and being as forthcoming as you possibly can be of where you are at with your comfort, you know, with meeting someone, with how quickly you want to like get serious with that person and commit to that person, because chances are they're committed to you on a level that, you know, you're probably not used to. Like never meeting someone that you meet online already fully committed to you. Most Western guys feel they need to have time in person before they get to that point. Some guys can do it. Some guys totally do it. I've met a few that married the girl soon after meeting them, after only talking to them online. But you can break hearts very easily here. But I think Filipinas, especially as they get more mature, are also very reasonable too. And if you're forthcoming and you explain your situation, just don't get into a situation where you're promising everything just to tell her what she wants to hear, and then you come out to the province to meet her and you're not really thinking what you're saying and you're just feeling it out. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So I made a video a while ago of me going out to the province to meet someone, where it backfired. I actually had only been chatting with her for like 4 days or something. I was here in the Philippines, and we chatted and then decided, you know, let's meet. And I went out to her province town to meet her after 4 days of chatting online, and I was on an island nearby. But when I got there, it was sort of like, grab me by the arm, introduce me to the community, the family, the foreigner's here, he's here for me, that kind of thing. Like in a nutshell, that's pretty much what it was. And you know, the I love you came out really quickly just after a few hours of meeting in person. And whether or not it's genuine, that's an argument that I've heard both sides. Like it's often referred to as more like just infatuation. There's so much hope and desire maybe to have a foreigner partner. It's not real love, but it is different here culturally and emotionally. It's more, the emotions run really high here, and the feelings and the romance and the sort of fantasy of it all is a big thing here. So I think I made my point. Keep that in mind. Be honest, be forthcoming, and figure out what the best way for you is, guys. But if you want to do the online thing, you know, take your time finding the right one, invest a little time into getting to know her, and then plan on meeting her when you come out here, and just let her know really how you're feeling the whole time and what you're wanting. This isn't the place for quick dating. If you want that, Manila, Cebu, you know, just go there. So you have that option. It's entirely up to you. There's so many options here in the Philippines for dating and relationships. But I think province Filipinas are very unique. Oh, last thing. Culturally, it's very different. So you have to have your expectations right on what it's going to be like. What are the interactions going to be like? There could be more of a language barrier if they're here in the province. The depth of the conversation could be not as good as someone that you meet in the city that's been working at a call center and talking with, you know, Americans every day. The whole sense of humor thing can be very different, more simple, more. It's different, and it's not for everyone, to be honest. You might find that it's too too provincial, too simple, too not exposed to enough. And if you need that, if you need the banter, just go to Manila and find a more westernized girl. And it's everything in between, so you got to figure out what you want. But just be aware of that, guys, what you're getting into with a province Filipina. This is a possibility as well, because I've seen this, I've met couples where if you meet a girl in the province and she is at a level that you're not used to, more simple, more traditional, you don't have that depth of conversation and the humor, it does change over time, a lot of the time, where she gets used to you, you get used to her, you start to understand each other's lingo. I've seen Filipinos pick up on some of the sarcasm and different things where that connection really grows over time, where it's just like if a Filipina goes to the city and starts working, the more you're exposed to different things, you will change. So I guess keep that in mind. You don't know for sure how that person's gonna be in 2 years, but you can assume they're gonna be different and they are gonna adapt and mold. So that's something to be aware of too, and that takes patience. Anyways, guys, I think I covered it all. I made a video recently, if you haven't seen it, it's me walking around this town in Ozames, just interacting with people. This one, I wanted to spend more time talking to you about these topics, or this topic. But if you want to see me just walking around, interacting with the locals, check that video out. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll be making more, if not here, in other small towns to see what it's like. It's amazing, and that's another thing. I'll leave it with this, guys. If you're coming to the Philippines, hop on a flight, hop on a ferry, get out of your comfort zone, come to a place like this, 45-minute flight, or any other province town, and just get a hotel room, just hang out, check it out, walk around, go to the market, say hi to everyone, be cool with everyone, and you never know who you might meet if you do go about it that way, if you didn't meet anyone online. But just enjoy the whole thing, guys. People here are fantastic. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. As always, stay tuned. More to come real soon. Bye.